This is my unboxing for Book of the Month for February 2017, and I was sent the complete Book of the Month selections for review. And Book of the Month is a book subscription box. You can skip any month that you want, and on the first of the month you're going to be able to log into your account and fill out, select the book that you want. So if you like the book, pick the one you want. If you don't, then you can skip without any problems. It is $16.99 month to month, but you can do a year subscription and really save a lot of money. It comes down to $11.99 plus you can try your first month for only $5 using my link down below, or get a 3-month subscription for $9.99 a month plus a Book of the Month tote bag. Alright, so like I said, I was sent all the books for review. I'm going to push these aside and we're going to focus on this little box, because this is how your box will ship, in this little box. All mine shipped in a giant box. So when you open it up, you're going to see your featured selection, and it's going to be wrapped in plastic with a bigger cardboard piece at the bottom. So the corners of your book are going to stay nice and protected. So we'll open this one. Book of the Month also has add-on books that you can get. So, forgot what this month is. They also have judges that help select the books each month. And one of them will be a guest judge. You're going to get a little bookmark like this that is a little message from the judge, and it also works as your bookmark. So this book is called Perfect Little World by Kevin Wilson. And I'm going to just read this little summary here because I haven't memorized all of the summaries yet. When Isabel Poole meets Dr. Preston Grind, she's fresh out of high school, pregnant with her art teacher's baby, and totally on her own. Izzy knows she can't be a good mother, but without any money or relatives to help, she's left searching. Dr. Grind, an awkwardly charming child psychologist, has spent his life studying family even after tragedy struck his own. Now, with the help of an eccentric billionaire, he has the chance to create a perfect little world, to study what would happen when 10 children are raised collectively, without knowing who their biological parents are. He calls it the Infinite Family Project, and he wants Izzy and her son to join. This attempt at a utopian ideal starts off promising, but soon the gentle equilibrium among the families disintegrates. Unspoken resentments between the couples begin to fester, and the project's funding becomes tenuous. And Izzy's growing feelings for Dr. Grind make her question her participation in this strange experiment in the first place. Written with the same compassion and charm that won over legions of reasons with the family fang, Kevin Wilson shows us with grace and humor that the best families are the ones we make for ourselves. Sounds interesting. Okay, so that's book one. Next book is called The Possessions by Sarah Flannery Murphy. In an unnamed city, Edie works for the Elysian Society, a private service that allows grieving clients to reconnect with lost loved ones. She and her fellow workers, known as bodies, wear the discarded belongings of the dead and swallow pills called lotuses to summon their spirits, numbing their own minds and losing themselves in the process. Edie has been with the company for 5 years. In an unusual record. Her success is the result of careful detachment. She seeks refuge in the lotuses and aesthetic effects and avoids personal contact with her clients. But when Edie channels Sylvia, the recently deceased wife of Patrick Braddock, she becomes obsessed with the glamorous couple. Despite the murky circumstances surrounding Sylvia's drowning, Edie breaks her own rules and becomes emotionally attached to Patrick, moving deeper into his life and summoning Sylvia outside the Elysian Society's walls. And as the lines between Edie's and Sylvia's desires begin to blur, Edie finds herself taking increasingly risks to keep Patrick within her grasp. Suddenly, her quiet life begins unraveling as she grapples not only with Sylvia's growing influence and the questions surrounding her death, but with her own long-buried secrets. All right, next up is Behind Her Eyes by Sarah Pinborough. Louise, a single mom, is secretary stuck in a rut. On a rare night out, she meets a man in a bar and sparks fly. Though he leaves after they kiss, she's thrilled and finally connected with Though he leaves after they kiss, she's thrilled she's finally connected with someone. When Louise arrives at work on Monday, she meets her new boss, David, the man from the bar, the very married man from the bar who says the kiss was a terrible mistake, but who can't keep his eyes off Louise. And then Louise bumps into Adele, who's new to town and in need of a friend, but she also happens to be married to David. And if you think you know where the story's going, think again, because behind her eyes is like no other book you've read before. David and Adele look like the picture-perfect husband and wife, but then why is David so controlling, and why is Adele so scared of him? As Louise is drawn into David and Adele's orbit, she uncovers more puzzling questions than answers. The only thing that's crystal clear is that something in this marriage is very, very wrong, but Louise can't guess how wrong and how far a person might go to protect their marriage's secrets. That one sounds really good. Then we have the Animators, which reminds me of like Disney, but that's probably because I'm a Disney nut, and I mean I've watched like documentaries and all that. That's from Kayla Ray Whitaker. In the male-dominated field of animation, Mel Vaughn and Sharon Kisses are a dynamic duo, the friction of their differences driving them. Sharon, a quiet, ambitious, but self-doubting Mel, brash, unapologetic, always the life of the party. Best friends and artistic partners since the first week of college, where they bonded over their work-class roots and obvious talent. They spent their 20s ensconced in the gritty Brooklyn studio, working, drinking, laughing, drawing. Mel to understand her tumultuous past, and Sharon to lose herself altogether. Now, after a decade of striving, the two are finally celebrating the release of their first full-length feature, which transforms Mel's difficult childhood into a provocative and visually daring work of art. The toast of the indie film scene, they stand at the cusp of making it big, but when their success comes to doubt and destruction cracks in their relationship, threatening the delicate balance of their partnership. Sarah begins to feel expendable, suspecting that the ever more raucous Mel is the real artist. During a trip to Sharon's home state of Kentucky, the only other partner she's ever truly known, her troubled, charismatic childhood best friend Teddy, re-enters her life after a long, varied resentments rise to the surface, hastening a reckoning no one sees coming. A funny, heartbreaking novel of friendship, art, and trauma. The Animators is about the secrets we keep and the burdens we shed on the road to adulthood. The last book is called Pachinko by Min Jin Lee. Pachinko is an elegant and soulful, both intimate and sweeping. The story of several generations of one Korean family in Japan is the story of every family whose parents sacrificed for their children, every family whose children were unable to recognize the cost, but it's also the story of specific cultural struggles in a riveting time and place. Min Jin Lee has written a big, beautiful book, filled with the characters I rooted for and cared about and remembered after I've read the final page. A new tour de France from the best-selling author of Free Food for Millionaires for readers of A Fine Balance and Cutting for Stone. Right, and that is the last book. So, lots of different types of books. They really try to get a variety of different kinds of styles and books. So, you know, whatever your taste in books is, you can find a book right for you. So, this was all the selections. If you want to try this subscription out, if one of these books really kind of speaks to you and you want to try it out, you can try it for $5. So, a lot of these books, I mean, have a retail price. Like this one is $26.99 is the retail price on it. Even using Amazon prices, grab that year subscription, and this subscription, it really has a nice value, and you get exposed to books you may have not come across just in your normal, you know, bookstore or looking online. So, and a lot of times they even include some new releases that haven't even been released to the public. Last couple months they've had releases that haven't been even available to get yet. So, really neat subscription. I enjoy it. I'm not sure which one I'm going to read first. Probably Behind Her Eyes. This is the one that's kind of speaking to me the most right now, but we'll see. The link is down below if you want to subscribe for $5 to get your first book free, or you can grab that 3-month subscription for $9.99 a month and get a free tote bag. But all the coupons are down below. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.